everybody, I'm Miss Marcia of the St. Johns County Public Library System. Welcome to today's episode of Our Big Backyard. Today we're going to take a closer look at life in our bay. Have you ever walked across the Bridge of Lions or along the bayfront near the fort? Rivers meet up with the seawater from the ocean, and this creates a habitat for a variety of animals and specially adapted plants. What animals and plants do you think we'll see? The bridge has gone up. It's a perfect opportunity to stop and look around. When I look out at the bay, it is beautiful. If I wait and look closely, I may notice something really special. When I look down, I see cownose rays swimming by. They use their wing-like fins and seem to fly through the water. Why do you think they're called cownose rays? They are active swimmers, usually seen near the surface. They use ocean currents to make long seasonal migrations in groups like birds. I realize I don't even need a boat to see amazing animals in the bay. Did you know that there's another cow that visits the bay? Known to some as a sea cow, we call it a Florida manatee. Manatee in our bay is a rare and special event. You usually hear them come up for air, and that is how you know they're there. They are mammals and must surface to breathe every 3 to 5 minutes. But they can stay under for 20 minutes when resting. They are found in our bay between May and October when the water is above 75 degrees. They eat over 100 pounds of plants a day and don't have much body fat. So when the water gets colder, they head to the springs, where the water temperature stays a constant 72 degrees. I notice that many animals come and go with the flow of the water. The moon pulls the ocean water in and out 2 times a day. When the water is pulled in, we call that high tide, and when it goes out, it's called low tide. So the water in the bay is always changing, either moving toward high tide or low tide. Anchored boats face into the current of the water. This happens because the current pulls on the anchor. Boats facing toward the ocean inlet and fort mean that the water is coming in, filling up the bay. During high tide, birds like herons, egrets, and wood storks rest on nearby trees and docks. Clapper rail is the bird you often hear but rarely see in the salt marsh. As the tide comes in, little fish hide in the cordgrass and oyster beds. You may be surprised like I was to see a white fin in the water. What could it be? As it gets closer, I realize it is one of the ocean's most beautiful flying animals, a spotted eagle ray. The brown spotted pattern on their body disguises them. Horseshoe crabs are easily seen at high tide on sandy beaches. Are living fossils, nearly unchanged and existing before even the dinosaurs. They are harmless and clumsy. They use their tail to flip themselves over if they get turned over by a wave. Have you noticed the large areas of grasses on the edges of the bay? They are called salt marshes. Most animals found in the bay depend on the salt marsh for food, shelter, or a place to grow up. We depend upon the salt marsh too for things like oxygen, flood protection, and water filtration. Smooth cordgrass has adapted to get rid of the excess salt using salt glands on their leaves. That's amazing. Sea turtles nest on our beaches. Hatchlings swim offshore and drift on floating plants called sargassum. Did you know that young green sea turtles return to our bay? They are hungry and eat a variety of plants and animals. Adults are vegetarians and get their name from the color of their body fat, which is green from eating so many plants. At low tide, we could see it was eating red algae. As the tide goes out, the boats in the bay turn toward the bridge. And the heroes of the bay are revealed. Two of those are oysters and fiddler crabs. Oyster beds hold the shoreline and provide a home for small animals. Each oyster filters 50 gallons of water a day. When they are partly covered in water, you can see them spitting. If you listen carefully when you're near an oyster bed, it sounds like a bowl of Rice Krispies. Snap, crackle, pop. Millions of fiddler crabs live in the salt marsh. They dig burrows for a home, a refuge from predators, and to escape the incoming tide. The holes provide oxygen, which the cordgrass needs to survive. They sort the mud or sand in their mouth, eating what they can digest and leaving the rest rolled into little balls. At low tide, many birds use their beaks to catch fish. Osprey use their feet. As the tide goes out, you may see bottlenose dolphins in the bay. They are mammals and live in groups called pods. Thought by some to be the smartest animals on Earth, they use high-pitched clicks and whistles to communicate and find their food. You may also see them using chuffs and tail slaps. Are just a few of the amazing plants and animals that live in and around our bay. Here are some ways you can help the plants and animals in our bay. To learn more, check out books from your local library.
Thank you for watching today's episode of Our Big Backyard. Look forward to seeing you next time. I'm Miss Marcia of the St. Johns County Public Library System. Bye-bye.